Hello and welcome to How to Monetize Your Experience. My name is Tom Sellers and I will be guiding you and hosting you through the next several weeks. Let me ask you a question, see if this fits your situation as it did mine not long ago. Do you find yourself after a long and successful career looking for work? Did COVID wreak havoc on your industry and ultimately your income? Are you close to retiring, but just not ready to give it up yet? Would you like a secondary income to either replace or supplement what you're currently making? Again, this was me not very long ago, just a few years back. So I'm going to give you some facts, and this is the whole crux of why this course exists. So let me throw some numbers at you that you might find incredible. You know, since 2000, the e-learning global industry grew by 900%. 900%. It's expected, now this is an article that goes back to 2017, but it is relevant today. It's expected to grow by more than $6 billion between 2017 and 2020. Well, we are at 2020 and it did in fact do that. In 2019 alone, the US government bought approximately 2.59 billion worth of e-learning products that are self-paced. Now, when we're talking about self-paced, of course, we're talking about things that you do at your leisure on your own schedule. So again, I was that guy looking, I'd been asked to leave a position in an industry I'd been in for a long time. And then the question became, what do I do now? Perhaps some of you have felt that. So once I saw this, and combining it with some other things that I was doing, I thought to myself, well, I've been around a long time. I've learned a lot of things. I've taught a lot of people how to do a lot of things. And it occurred to me right then and there. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Grab yourself just a legal pad and a pen. And without giving it a lot of thought, make a list of those things, either professionally or hobby-wise or personal, that you know how to do. For me, I got through 25 before I even took another breath. Now think back on how many of those things that throughout your career or throughout your life, you've taught people how to do these very things. This is where monetizing your experience starts. So what I'm going to tell you is this. When you go through my course, by the end of it, this is what you're going to be able to accomplish. You're going to draw on your own knowledge and experience to create your first product. Now, as I just said, and I'm sure many of you, when you start writing that list, are going to have 40, 50, 60 things right off the top of the head they know how to do. Quite frankly, those could be 40, 50, 60 different products. The second thing you're going to know how to do is how to research your subject and assure that there is an audience with a greater chance for profitability. We're going to teach you how to reverse engineer your product, adding the most value and content. Content is what these courses are all about. People are interested in learning how to do something. With the COVID lockdown, the number of people taking e-learning courses has tripled because they're at home trying to learn a new skill. The fourth thing that we're going to teach you is how to use free or nearly free tools to create your product. And then the last thing, of course, which none of this makes any sense or difference if we don't do this last thing. And this last thing is, how are we going to get your product out to a hungry audience of buyers? Because they're out there. We just talked about the numbers a second ago. So I welcome you. I also challenge you before we begin this journey to make yourself that list of those things that you have learned how to do, things that you are comfortable in your knowledge of, and things that you feel would be a benefit to other people. Because quite frankly, the reason we do this, there's a profit motive. I'm not going to deny that. But we really are doing this to teach the next generation, in some cases, the things that we have learned over the course of our careers. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this and watch this. And I welcome you to the other side. I hope to see you in our course. I'm Tom Sellers, and thank you again.